What's up, YouTube? Noticed on YouTube not too many reviews of Integy's RC, aluminum RC hop-up parts. I thought I'd give the review of the ones I put on mine. This here's my Traxxas E-maxx 3905. Came stock with the old telescoping antenna transmitter, and upgraded that to the 2.4 gigahertz, has the little flip-up antenna, and came with the two Titan 12-turn brushed motors, and I upgraded to the Castle Creations Mama Monster motor ESC combo with the 2200 motor. Great motor and ESC. I highly recommend you upgrade to one of those. Parts I got was Integy's rear aluminum skid plate in red, their center drive shafts in red, also aluminum, and then their rear aluminum bulkheads also in red. Jumped this off a ramp and landed on the rear axle and snapped the entire end from the chassis. That's why I had to get these parts. So overall, I mean, there's been reviews, people saying it's just crap, don't get them. Kind of discouraged me after I made my order, because I didn't do any research when I made the order. And after having this for about a month now, I'm pretty happy with them. As you can see on the skid plate, it gets pretty banged up as expected. It's a skid plate, but it still looks really nice, and keeps its look. One thing it does do, which people said it would, and it does, right here it tends to bend just on its own, so every once in a while you have to bend those back. Also on the drive shafts, those things they're well made, because they were some hefty stuff. They're the heaviest of the products. When it was easy to replace this back one, the front one was a little bit harder to replace, but I didn't have to replace it. I thought, they sent it, I'd go ahead and replace it, and it was a little bit harder to replace, but worked out well. Obviously those have held up great, no problems there. And then the bulkheads, people said that, the part that connects up to the shock tower right down there, that part shears off very easily, and there's no sign of wear on these things on mine. And I've had it out bashing 4 or 5 times, and when I bash it takes a beating. It flips and turns, and I mean, it rams into stuff, and they've held up really nice. Problem did have was right here, the screws that go through the bulkhead and the bulkhead brace. I guess the hole in the bulkhead was a little bit bigger than the bolt, and so the bumper had a tendency to kind of push up and not sit flat. Just some Teflon tape and thread locker definitely helped with that, and it's holding up nicely now. Actually did have to replace the shock tower, because I took this back to college with me after I got everything replaced. Got a little, and forgot the body clips, so got a little overzealous like any guy would, and instantly took it out, started running around with it. It was running, it'd flip over, it'd hit on straight concrete and gravel, it'd flip and take a beam, keep going. Finally, shock tower just split right here, right above where the bulkhead goes into it, just sheared right off, and had to get a new shock tower and some more shock oil from one of the shocks that opened up and let out all its oil. But yeah, overall I am very happy with Integy's products. Highly recommend them. They are kind of expensive. It was almost $40 for the drive shaft combo. Skid plate and bulkheads were I think near 50, I believe, maybe 60. No, somewhere in there. They're expensive. And then had to buy, one of the other problems was, see if you can see it in there. It's hard to see, but the hinge pins on the stock bulkheads are the pin with a little screw at the end. These are not that way. You have to go nearest hobby store and get Lunsford Racing titanium hinge pins with the E-clips. Put those two, put the E-clip on, and it's done. One of the things I wish Integy had done better was tell you that on their website. Didn't tell you that, thinking my screw hinge pins would work. Stripped the entire thing down to the bare drive shafts to and differential, put the new bulkheads on, got them on, started putting everything back so I could use the stock hinge pins. Found out I couldn't, had to wait till next day to get in there and fix this thing. But yeah, that was just a small hiccup. That was a package of front and rear ones, ended up being $30. But other than that, kind of pretty much went off without a hitch. They do send a little baggie of hardware, black screws. I did not use a single one of those. I'm not sure where they were supposed to be used. I a couple times took some of the screws and mashed them up with the stock ones, seeing if they would work, and not a single one matched. So I just ended up using my stock bolts, and they've worked great. I mean, fitment was great besides the stock hinge pins. Fitment was great, all worked, and it's held everything together nicely. So yeah, I've been happy with Integy. I highly recommend them. Definitely recommend that someone try them before they try somebody else. I thought they were the only product out there as far as aluminum RC parts go, until I started looking around and found out there's other companies, FLM or something like that. So there's some other companies out there, but I mean, as far as I've gone, as far as I know, I like Integy. This is the first time using their parts, and so far they've held up. I'll continue to see if they do. And yeah, so thanks for watching.